So we're have our chicken cut up, and we're going to be doing a little bit of pan searing and oven roasting the chicken. This was the Wiffle Tree chicken that we just cut up, and then we're going to be using the Shikari Farm meat rub, which really smells great. Everything is handmade and hand done. Smells really wonderful. I know you can't see my nose, but it smells really delicious. So we've got our chicken seasoned up. I'm going to start off with our thigh pieces and our legs, since they will take a little bit longer. Turn up our heat just a little bit here.
Pete, what's that? What fat are you using in the pan?
Oh, and we're cooking in some of bacon fat, because we can.
Never a bad thing, right?
No. Bacon fat or duck fat would be really good to do in with the chicken. So we have bacon fat, so that's what we're using. Gives a really nice flavor. Depending on what we end up doing, this would be great for making a little bit of pan gravy for the chicken. So we're going to let these guys go until they get nice and brown, and we'll turn those over, and then we'll put our breasts in, because the breast won't take as long. Do you want to pause now?
You can pause. Oh, don't. You don't have to press it.
Okay.
We'll just keep going and I'll cut to it. Yeah, really. I always said that when my stomach caught up with my pits, I was in real trouble, and it's almost there.
Too
like,
funny.
Shit.
Yeah, that's not ready. What am I doing?
Be patient.
Smells good. So we're cooking this over a medium heat, and we want to cook it until it's nice and brown. Then we'll flip it over.
So Pete, I noticed you don't have all of the pieces of chicken in the pan. You just have 4 out of 6 pieces. Why is that?
Because these take longer to cook. The breast will take a much less time to cook.
And it's part of that because there's a bone in on this one?
Yes. And these are the breasts are much thinner. Let's just take a little peek. Nope. You want a nice brown crust on these guys? Nope.
Flip it over and let's see where they are right now.
So this is not what you're looking for. Much more brown. And same with our legs.
And we were kind of talking before we started doing this, and we were saying that what we can do here is cook the chicken in phases, and we don't have the heat on a super high heat here. It's about the high side of low, so almost medium.
Right. Smells good though.
Oh, it smells amazing, yeah. All of the Shikari Farm spices are dried, and they're spices that Sabri al-Shikari grows in his greenhouse. Oh, that one's starting to look so good. Oh! I miss cooking with you, Pete.
Yeah, it's been too long.
I was thinking, it's almost Cinco de Mayo, and I was thinking back to when we did the Cinco de Mayo class with all of the Happy Family Ranch proteins.
Yeah, that was
Remember
really,
those stuffed peppers?
Yes.
That was one of the classes that I taught at Culinaria Cooking School that I was most fond of. Oh, that one's perfect.
Yeah, nice brown, crispy.
And I don't know if you noticed this, but see how this chicken doesn't shrink up too much?
Yeah. It's
contracting a little because some of the fat is coming off of it, but it's not too much. It's not like those saline injected chicken.
Yeah. for added weight that you're paying for.
Well, I think it's really to protect you against yourself from cooking it until it's too dry, right?
Yeah. A nice color. Check our legs here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this smells really good.
I love the sound of the sizzle.
Yes. Get a little bit of our...
You can see my stove is tilted. That's why all the the bacon fat's coming towards you, because it's tilted a little that way.
Yeah, there's legs you can adjust on the bottom.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Well, shit. You're just telling me all kinds of stuff I didn't know tonight. How to use my studio lights.
Yeah, we have fun. That's what friends are for, right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start our breast here.
Oh, look at that.
It's amazing when you get really great chicken that's raised in a proper way. The difference in taste when it's not highly processed. Straight from the farm to the pan. Can't ask for any more fresh than that.
So Pete is one of those rare people who was raised in Northern Virginia. He actually grew up in Northern Virginia. Were there a lot of farms up towards Vienna and Alexandria when you were growing up?
I actually grew up in Burke, which was in the real boonies. Vienna, I guess, was kind of in the boonies, but yeah, there was a lot of farms in Burke. And, you know, grew corn. We used to have a guy that come around and would sell off his truck vegetables.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Balco was his name.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, my mom is from London, and you have some British roots, too.
Yeah, I do.
My mom told me that when she was young and she would go to her grandma's house, there was a produce vendor, a farmer, who would come with his wife in their truck every week. And her grandma would send her out to buy vegetables.
Yeah.
And so this is in 1970s.
Yep.
And I hope we can get back to that.
That would really be cool.
It would be.
This chicken really reminds me of the Philippines, and I know you have some roots in the Philippines. I've been to the Philippines a number of times. And the chickens that you buy there are typically 2.5 to 3.5 pounds. And they taste so different. And I'm sure this is going to taste very similar to what that tasted like.
Yeah, and I think what Pete is trying to say is that these chickens aren't like chickens on steroids, literal steroids.
Yeah.
They are, you know, free-range chickens. They run around. They eat natural stuff. It's just, and when you see Whiffletree Farms and you see the chickens on the farm, you really start to understand why this food is different from other foods.
And they're free-range. They're running around the yard. Mm-hmm. They're not cooped up. Yeah. When you see a 7 or an 8 pound chicken, something's wrong. Chickens aren't meant to be that
That
big.
chicken's not getting any exercise. Oh, look at that. That's the stuff. So we have kind of a dual cooking method here. We have, we're going to cook on the stove. Well, Pete's going to cook on the stove top. But then we also have the oven on. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that technique, Pete?
Yeah, it's just get a nice sear on the pan, in the pan, and then finish them off in the oven. And that even temperature just kind of heats the bottom of the pan and the top. You could also put a top on here, but...
I think, would that hinder the crispiness?
Yeah.
I want that crispy skin on my chicken.
It steams it more. And do you have a spoon? Just a regular.
Yeah, in that cabinet, in the pantry on the left. Sorry, I didn't mean to be lazy. It was going to take a lot of effort for me to jump down.
So we can take a little bit of this fat here and do a little base on our chicken before we put it in the oven.
So not only is what Pete's doing adding flavor from the bacon fat and basting it, now because we've got that spice rub on the chicken and some of it has transferred into the fat, the bacon fat is now infused with some of the flavors from the rub.
Absolutely.
Can you tell we've taught cooking classes together before?
Yeah.
Pete's only taught maybe like 1,000 cooking classes in his day.
Yeah, it's something really special about it. All right. Excuse me. Let me slap this guy in the oven. Our oven's up to temp. We're going to do this at 400 for probably a good 8-10 minutes.
Ooh, that feels good. Nice and warm. Wow. Oh my gosh, that looks delicious.
I mean, God, you can't get any simpler than that, right? Let's see what this is at here.
So
Maybe
about
not.
how long have those been in the oven?
Probably about 8-9 minutes. And we are at is it 120, 130, probably another going up to 140.
And where do we want this?
Probably about 160, 165. Let them rest a little bit. Yeah, these need a couple more minutes.
So when we take this chicken, out of the oven, what temperature do we want to take it out at so that it doesn't continue cooking? And
Probably
then,
160.
Okay.
And then just let it rest.
To 165?
Yeah. The residual heat will continue to cook it. Ah, there we go. So we'll throw that in for another, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. But you can see back here, it's.
You want to hold that up to the camera?
I can.
Well, you can. Do you need other tongs? Look at Pete doesn't feel his fingertips.
Smell really good. Did you get fucked?
Guess so. I'm pretty sure they're done.
Yeah. These are 160.
Okay. Actually, chicken is now 160.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. They changed it 2 years ago.
So there's our chicken. Here's our nice thighs.
Wow.
Smells good.
If only we had smell-o-vision.
Breasts. Nicely browned on the bottom.
That's what we like.
And what's really nice is that you have the skin on the breast. Even though it's boneless, still really nice. Legs just look delicioso.
Thank you so much, Pete. I mean, this was just fun. I've missed doing this with you, so I'm glad you could come and
Yeah, me too.
and help us out tonight.
It was definitely a lot of fun.
And I think this is a lot of what it's like when you go to one of the chef's table dinner classes at Culinaria Cooking School. I mean, you know, you kind of sit at the counter. It's just like being in a friend's house. It's just like this.
Yeah.
You sit at the counter, and whoever the chef or chefs are, they're talking you through the process of how to cook things, telling you all about ingredients, and then at the end of the class, you get to sit and have a delicious dinner. Well, not even at the end, because you're getting courses
Right.
throughout the whole 3 hours you're there. Courses and wine, right?
And wine, yes.
little bit of milk. I'll get these if you want to go ahead and narrate.
Narrate. Oh, what we're doing?
Yeah.
All right, so we had a little bit of chicken and bacon fat in the bottom of the pan. And we've added about, I would say, probably 3 tablespoons, would you say?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Of flour. And we're just going to create a roux. And you can do a blonde roux, which cooks for a minute or two to get that raw flour taste out. Or you can cook this for 5 or 6 minutes and get peanut butter roux. And it's a little more flavorful.
So you're talking about the color.
The color,
How to gauge
yes.
the color. The blonde is the lightest. Peanut butter is a nice medium, right?
Right. It looks like the same color as peanut butter. And then there's the dark roux, which is a brown. And then there's a black roux, which is really dark. You want me to turn the oven off, or down? And I
You can turn it off.
That's going to clear off.
There you go. You good on flour?
Yeah.
What's the ratio thereabouts for flour to fat when you make a roux?
Basically equal parts. We may have a little bit more fat than we do flour in here, but it'll still be good. So this is like, you could do this with sausage, make sausage gravy. Anytime you have a little bit of drippings in the bottom of a pan, this is the kind of thing that you can do.
Oh my gosh, you just made me think about cream chip beef.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry.
Yes, cream chip beef is really good. So I've just left whatever little bits of chicken that were in there. I call this crunchy gravy.
The technical term for that is fond. That's all the good bits that stick to the bottom of the pan. And usually you deglaze that. So you use a liquid to kind of steam it off the bottom of the pan and dissolve it.
So we're going to add a little bit of chicken base, or if you have chicken stock, you can add that. And
yes, even chefs take shortcuts sometimes.
cook with what you got. Then we'll add some milk.
Oh, wow. Shoot, now we need to make some potatoes.
Yeah.
We're going to be here all night. Oh, wow. I bet my camera's steamed up.
No, I think it's good.
It's okay. Woo.
And if it's a little too thick, just add a little more milk or chicken stock or white wine. Yeah, this is going to be a little thick.
Here, let me refill you.
Yeah. And I'm just turning this down a little bit.
But you can see how that flour just absorbed all that liquid.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? And if you have leftovers, just put it in the refrigerator, wrap it up, and then you can warm this up tomorrow and put this on top of some biscuits with...
Oh my gosh, we need Freed's biscuits for this gravy. That's what we need.
And some of Happy Family Ranch sausage.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah. So there's our...
Wow, look at that. It turned out nice and smooth, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's got all the little bits of spice that were left in there.
Oh, Pete.
And the little bits of chunky chicken and...
That looks good. So would you kind of taste that and then adjust any of the seasonings that you had to? And just in the time it took to make this pan gravy, the chickens had time to rest.
Yep.
So it's been able to come all the way up to the temperature it needs to be, and some of the juices have been able to reabsorb back into those protein fibers so that you don't cut it and have all the juices run out onto the plate.
And if there are any residual juices, you can always just add that to the
The pan sauce?
The pan sauce, yeah.
Nice.
But I don't think there are any.
No.
A little, just a little, but not enough to...
That's good. That means...
So you could either put your chicken in here and let it, if these had cooled down to warm it back up, or you can just smother the chicken and a nice biscuit. And...
That sounds amazing.
Well, let's take a little bit of our gravy here and put that on the bottom.
Slide these right in here. Some microgreen leeks from Living Springs Microgreens. I just trimmed those right off the coconut mat.
And I was watching Natalie's podcast of when she got those, and I couldn't believe how gorgeous they were.
Weren't they beautiful?
They really were. I'm not real hungry. You want us? I'm gonna go with a thigh. Do you want a thigh or a breast or a?
I'll do a thigh.
Okay. Think Jimmy wants one?
I think I'll just plate 2 and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
You want gravy on top or?
Do what? Follow your heart and.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little touch to hold down the.
The microgreens.
The microgreens.
Some glue, gravy glue.
Yeah, exactly. So these are microgreen leeks. Beautiful.
Wow. Oh, just adds that nice pop of color, and it's going to add some flavor. Oh, Pete. Oh, that looks so good.
Those do look good.
Wow, I have to get in here and show this off a little closer. So there. You have it. What should we call this, Pete?
Pete and Natalie's chicken.
This is really Pete's chicken. So we used a chicken from Wiffle Tree Farms, and we used the meat rub seasoning blend from Sharkawi Farms. We have Living Springs microgreens, leek microgreens.
Those really taste good.
Yeah, they're amazing, aren't they?
I mean, they taste like leeks, but bite size.
Got a lot of concentrated flavor there. Well, thanks for cooking with us today, Pete.
It was my pleasure. Absolutely.
All right. We'll see y'all later. We're going to eat.